Hey, everybody, and happy Thursday. Hope everyone's week is going amazingly well. As always, if you are dropping in live, please do hop into the comments below, say hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live. If you are coming back in on the replay, please use hashtag replay so I do know to go back and say hello. Also, tag some people that you feel could benefit from this. Share this video on your personal, company, or business page. And as always, please do like, love, support this video in any way you can to let me know that you are resonating with it and it has helped. As I mentioned on Monday, in about 2.5 weeks, Nancy and I are doing, hey Amanda, hey Diane, good to see you coming on. As I mentioned on Monday, if you missed it, my wife and I are doing our first ever 3-day free simple content repurposing workshop. It's from June 27th to June 29th. It's live and recorded. It's a Monday through Wednesday, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So if you can't attend live, you can watch the replay. There's a private Facebook group. Hey, Dana. So if you would like to sign up, all you have to do is drop into the comments below, I do, and we will send you the registration link. You get a free workbook. There's a private Facebook group. There's prizes, giveaways, and we are going to be teaching you how to, one, create a pillar piece of content. In the example that we're going to go over in the workshop, it's using video as your pillar content. And then in day 2, we're going to teach you how to take that video and break it down into multiple pieces of micro content so you can work smarter and not harder. So again, if you would like to learn that process, and then the third night is all Q&A. We're doing 60 minutes of live Q&A. This is all done through Zoom in a private Zoom room. So you'll be able to unmute yourself, ask Nancy and myself any questions that you want. We have nearly 200 people registered already, and we still have 2.5 weeks left. So grateful for that. So Amanda has done, just drop an I do in the comments if you would like to register for the free 3-day simple content repurposing workshop. First one we've ever done, and we cannot wait. Now, a big question that I get all the time from people is, what do I post and how often should I post? So type Y or yes in the chat box if it would help you to have more clarity on A, what you should be posting on LinkedIn, and B, how often you should be posting on LinkedIn. Just drop a Y or a yes. And again, Diana, we're going to get you that registration link along with Amanda. So again, if you type I do, we will send you the registration link for our 3-day free simple content repurposing workshop. So type Y or yes if you sometimes question yourself or question others. What should I be posting on LinkedIn? How often should I be posting it? Because again, this is a question that comes up fairly often, and I want to give everyone some kind of clarity and kind of take you through my process of how I stay consistent with producing my content on LinkedIn, which is a way that you can produce that content as well. Nydia, we will send you that registration link as well. Grateful to see everybody that wants to join. Dana says yes. Awesome. So let me take you through the process. And Deanna will send you that as well. So let me take you through this process. So the process begins actually on Saturday. So the process of getting your content lined up for the week on LinkedIn for me begins on a Saturday. Now let me give you an example. On last Saturday, I asked a question, and the question was, how often are you getting spam messages on LinkedIn? And the options were none, 1 to 5, 5 to 10, or 10 plus. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to create a poll that asked my audience a specific question to gain some much needed market research to find out maybe something that they're struggling with, maybe something that they're unhappy with, maybe something they're looking to improve or get better at. So when I asked that question, it was going to give me the much needed market research to take that answer to the question that I asked and say, okay, now I'm figuring out what the pain point is. Now I understand completely what they want to get better at and what they're struggling with. So I can take that answer or answers and I can curate that into providing value-added content that is answering the questions or solving the problems that they may be having. So if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the chat box. So for example, this Saturday, all of you would ask your audience on LinkedIn a question based on maybe an unknown or even known pain point that you want to solve for. So Saturday, you ask a question for market research to figure out a pain point that those individuals within your network may be having. And I failed to mention, if you still do have your morning cup of coffee, I invite you to enjoy it with me. So again, type Y or yes in the chat box. Amanda says yes. Awesome. So now you have your market research poll. You're getting some feedback. You're getting some answers. Now, I don't post anything on Sundays. Sundays is the day on LinkedIn where I do nothing. So Saturday, I put my poll out there. Now, Monday, what you're going to do is you're going to do either a live video or a native video based on that specific pain point answer from what your audience gave you from the poll on Saturday. So if that makes sense, just type "it makes sense" in the chat box below. So you do your poll question on Saturday, and the example I gave you is what I asked. How many spam messages are you getting? So then I did a LinkedIn Live on Monday, 3 ways to decrease the amount of spam messages you're getting. So basically, I asked a question. People gave me some answers. They let me know they were frustrated with the amount of spam messages they were getting. And then what I did was I educated and informed them on Monday based on what they told me on Saturday of how they can reduce the amount of spam messages they're getting. Now, as I typed right here, it could be done in a LinkedIn Live format or LinkedIn native video. So either or is fine. If you want to do it LinkedIn Live, that's fine. If you want to do it through native video, that is also fine. So Amanda says it makes sense. Nydia says it makes sense. Awesome. And again, if you're coming on late, please drop into the comments below, hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live, hashtag replay if you're coming in on the replay. Tag some people, share this video, like, love, support, whatever emojicon you would like to use to let me know this is resonating. And again, if you would like to take part and get your complimentary free ticket to our 3-day simple content repurposing workshop, I know it's a mouthful, from June 27th to June 29th, just drop an "I do" in the comments below and we will get you that link so you can sign up, get your workbook, get into the private Facebook group, and get the Zoom that you're going to need for those 3 days where we're going to teach you all about how to repurpose content so you work smarter and not harder. So, Saturday, you do your poll. Monday, you're going to do your video. And it's going to be educating and informing everybody on those things that they're struggling with. So that's the second thing you're going to do. Now, on Tuesday, so native video, so for those that don't know what that means. So LinkedIn Live obviously is LinkedIn Live. People know what that means. Native video is pre-recording the video on your phone and then uploading it right to LinkedIn, which should be about 2 to 4 minutes. So if you don't want to do a LinkedIn training like I do twice a week, and you want to just do a short, compact video, 2 to 4 minutes of educational and informative content based on the need of your audience from the question that you asked them on Saturday. So native video is either recording it on a Zoom on your computer and uploading it to LinkedIn, or recording it on your phone, which I typically do if I'm doing native, and then upload it right to LinkedIn from there. So Deanna, if that makes sense, just drop a Y or a yes in the chat box. I just want to make sure. So Saturday, your poll. Monday, you do your video based on the need of your audience, spoken to them. Tuesday, you write a long form post based on the video that you did on Monday. So an example could be you do your, so I do my poll question on Saturday about spammy messages. Then I do my LinkedIn Live or my native video on 3 ways of how to reduce the amount of spam messages. So Tuesday, I would take the concept of what I said in my video on Monday and I would replicate that as a written post on Tuesday. And it would be entitled, if you missed my training from yesterday, here are 3 ways to reduce the amount of spam messages that you get. Number 1 is this. Number 2 is this. Number 3 is this. Which one helped you the most? Comment below. And that's it. So what you're doing is there's 2 types of people on LinkedIn. There's people that are auditory and visual learners like this. So there's people that like to watch and listen to video, as you guys are doing right now. But then there's people that are just visual learners, meaning they want to read through a post or an article or a newsletter. So you want to accommodate both types of learners on LinkedIn. That's why on Monday I do the video, and then on Tuesday I take the basis of what I spoke about on Monday and write it into a long form post on Tuesday. So if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the chat box below. Again, if you've come on late, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live, hashtag replay if you're coming in on the replay. Please like, love, support, whatever you can to let me know that this is resonating. And again, please don't forget that our free 3-day simple content repurposing workshop, where we teach you how to create a pillar piece of content such as a video, take that video and then repurpose it into multiple pieces of micro content so you can work smarter, not harder. That begins June 27th to June 29th. Just drop an I do in the comments below if you would like to register, and don't hesitate to enjoy your morning cup of coffee with me. Now we're going through the flow of this, right? So we asked our poll question on Saturday, got some market research. Monday, we did our native video. Tuesday, we did a long form post based off of some of the content from the video. And now Wednesday rolls around again, and you want to get some more content. So what do? So the long form post, your long form post can be up. Great question, Dana. The long form post can be up to 3,000 characters in length on LinkedIn. I feel that's a little bit too long. That's better for, I would say, an article. I would do half that. I would say 1,000 to 1,500 characters in length is optimal, which is about 8 to 10 lines worth of content, which is very easy to just type out really quickly on LinkedIn. Now, so you have your poll on Saturday, which leads into your LinkedIn Live training or native video education and information on Monday, which leads to your educational and informative long form post on Tuesday. And now you start the process all over again on Wednesday. On Wednesday, you do another poll question for some more research, which again, what I did yesterday was my poll question yesterday, just to kind of let you know my process on this, is I asked my audience, and I'll show you right now, I asked my audience yesterday, to give you the example, is how many times do you post each week on LinkedIn? And I've gotten 73 votes, and the top answer right now is 3 to 7 times per week. So, yesterday, I asked that poll question to get some more market research, because I know people struggle with content creation. They struggle with how consistent they should be. They struggle with what they should be posting. So what I did was I asked a poll question, and that simply said, how many times are you posting on LinkedIn? None. 1 to 3, 3 to 7, 7 plus. Now it's Thursday, and guess what I'm doing again? I'm doing another LinkedIn Live or native video, educating and informing people based on the top answers that I got from my poll question on Wednesday. So is everybody seeing the rhythm here? It's content either way, because you're getting some much needed market research. So Saturday, you ask your question, you get some answers. That leads to Monday, which is you do your video, your audio, visual type piece of content, either a LinkedIn native video or a LinkedIn Live that educates and informs, which becomes a long form post on Tuesday with some bullet points from the video that you did on Monday, which leads into Wednesday where you're like, okay, I need to gather some more information. So I'm going to ask another poll question based on some pain points that I know my ideal clients and customers may have, which once I get those answers leads to another native video that educates and informs, or another LinkedIn Live. So if this all makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the chat box. And again, if you've come on late, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live, hashtag replay if you are coming in on the replay. And again, if you'd like that complimentary ticket to our 3-day repurposing workshop, all you have to do is just drop an I do. We will get you all signed up, and it's June 27th to June 29th. So again, just a recap. Poll on Saturday. Answers give you information for your educational and informative LinkedIn Live or native video on Monday, which you then summarize by doing a long form post, 1,000 to 1,500 characters on Tuesday, which again leads into you doing another poll question on Wednesday for some more market research and information from your audience, which becomes another live or native video training, educating and informing people on the pain point from the day before, which leads us to our final piece of content for the week, which is Friday. And Friday, you either write an article if you don't have a newsletter, or if you do have a LinkedIn newsletter, your newsletter edition or your article is summarizing what you covered that week with the content that you provided. So my newsletter on Friday would be a compilation of written information based on the 2 pain points that I touched on from the prior week. So that could be, the newsletter or article can be about how to decrease your spam messages and what content to post on LinkedIn. And basically, I'm just taking the written content that I posted on Tuesday from my long form post and then adding some additional verbiage to go over the written piece from the content based on the live training I did on Thursday to now make a super long article newsletter. Just like I mentioned before, your posts should be 1,000 to 1,500 characters, but those newsletters can be upwards of 3,000 characters or more. That's why if you take your content from Tuesday and copy it and then paste it along with adding additional content from bullet points from the training that you did on Thursday, now you have a super long, juicy content, value-added content-filled newsletter or article on Fridays. So again, if this is making sense, just drop an "it does" in the comments below. So again, just to kind of run you through this, and I know it's a lot, but you'll get it. So Saturday, you ask a poll question that gets you market research, which then becomes a live video or native video based on the pain points from the day before on Saturday, or 2 days before on Saturday. And then on Tuesday, you do a long form post, 1,000 to 1,500 characters based on the video that you did on Monday. And then Wednesday, you start the process over again. You do another poll question for some more market research, which then becomes another LinkedIn live training or native video on Thursday. And then Friday, you're going to finish with a compilation post based on the 2 educational pieces of content that you did that week. And now you have a nice, juicy, value-added, content-filled newsletter or article, if you don't have a newsletter yet, on LinkedIn. So that is my method to my madness. I do a poll, which becomes a live training, which I then write into a smaller piece of content written-wise. I do another poll, another training, and then I summarize it all in my LinkedIn newsletter edition. So if this has helped, just drop an "it has" in the comments below. And also, I would love to hear from all of you. What were your biggest takeaways? What was the biggest needle mover for you in respect to the method to my madness of the content that I'm producing on LinkedIn? So again, let me know what your takeaways were. Again, if you came in on the replay, #replay, but also don't hesitate if you would like to register for our free 3-day simple content repurposing workshop. So we're going to teach you how to create a pillar piece of content, a video, and how to repurpose that into multiple pieces of micro content, and then full Q&A on day 3. It's 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, June 27th, 28th, 29th, from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, live and recorded on private Zoom. Everyone gets a workbook to follow along, and we're here to serve you. If you would like to register, just drop an "I do" in the comments below. So everyone, I hope you found today helpful. I hope it helps you become more consistent. Love and gratitude to each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you next time.